COVID-19 has affected our lives. Many of you are now either out of the office completely or just a few days a week, and your current workstation may not be ideal. You might be lucky enough to have an ergonomic workstation, a lovely view, or even plenty of space, but some of the people I've spoken to are in share accommodation or some other living situation which just doesn't lend itself well to a favourable work environment. So what this then means for you is that you are perhaps at even more risk of developing postural problems than you were in your pre-COVID work setting. G'day, how you going? Okay, I'm going to show you something here with this model I have. It's a model that's comprised of sticks and elastic strings under tension. If I compress this and then let go, it returns to its normal shape. If I tension it and let go, it returns to its normal shape, and that demonstrates elasticity. Conversely, if we've got some blue tack here, if I compress it, it changes its shape permanently. This is called plastic deformation. And then back to another elastic example, like an elastic band, if I pull it apart, it returns to its normal condition. Now, in our bodies are made up of a number of different structures: muscles, bones, ligaments, nerves, etc. And they all have different mechanical properties. But consider this: if you're sitting at a desk or a chair or something and you're exuding poor posture, think how that might affect your posture permanently. Chiropractic biophysics is a field of chiropractic that has its own particular system of spinal analysis and care. It applies the sciences of mathematics, physics and biophysics to helping people predominantly with postural problems, giving rise to various forms of pain throughout the body. Essentially, researchers in CBP have spent an enormous amount of time studying mathematical properties of the spine in an effort to work out what the ideal position or posture of the spine should be. So it's a mechanical approach to helping people where the spine and nervous system are thought to have many machine-like qualities. The spine is composed of bones, muscles, blood vessels and neural networks which resemble beams, motors, hydraulics and computers respectively. Throughout life, our body is subjected to a number of different forces, and this can lead to a distortion of the three primary curves which should exist in our spine. In the neck region, we should have what's called a lordosis, that is a curve that is concave from behind. In the thoracic or chest region, we should have a kyphosis, that's convex from behind. And then again in the lumbar region or lower back, we should have another concave curve. In the following images here, you'll see some fairly confronting pictures of people being subject to different forces upon their bodies, all in an effort to basically change their posture. When you go and see a chiropractic biophysics practitioner, these are the sorts of things that they'll get you to do. Lie in strange positions with different pulleys and weights hooked up to you for up to 15 minutes to try and bring about some form of plastic deformation to the body with the hope of improving your posture, reducing pain and increasing function. So how does an understanding of elastic and plastic deformation help us with the state of COVID and working from home? Well, I'd like you to try and remember the 15-minute rule. Every 15 minutes, try to change your posture, because I want you to think that after 15 minutes of being in the one position, you're going to plastically deform, okay? You're not really going to reach a point beyond no return, but it would be very, very much helpful to you if in your new working environment, every 15 minutes, you got up and walked around and changed your posture. And this doesn't just go for when you're sitting at home working, it could be when you're watching a movie or doing anything for that matter that involves prolonged postures. So this year we've started carrying the Denneroll products, and in chiropractic biophysics, these are otherwise called spinal orthotics. So essentially these are things which you will lie on for a certain period of time to bring about a change to your posture. Now, with expert sort of assessment of your spine through the use of x-rays and say myself as a chiropractor, identifying parts of restriction in your spine will then determine how long and whereabouts along your spine you should lie on something like this. So if you have a closer look here, this is just a promotional piece of material. You can see this lady here, she's lying on her back and she's got the Denneroll, the cervical Denneroll, placed in her neck. And you can have similarly shaped Dennerolls for the thoracic and the lumbar spine. And the goal is to start small, so you might lie on these for about 2 to 3 minutes. Ideally, you would do these up to 5 times a week, and a program might last anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks. And if you start with a pre-X-ray prior to using these spinal orthotics, and say 8 to 12 weeks later, if we were to take another X-ray, we would most certainly see a change in the posture which you originally started with. So for those of you who are stuck at home due to COVID and are finding it difficult to get in to see your therapist, you might consider using these Denneroll products as a means of keeping your body in check, because these interesting times we find ourselves in, who knows how long it's going to be until we can go back to what is a normal work setting for us. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, thanks mate, good on you.